What's going on, guys? So this is my day trading journey, and this is what I've been through up to today. Um, and just for context, I started day trading. I started learning day trading at the end of 2020. I started learning how to day trade by the end of 2020, and then mainly I learned how to day trade all the fundamentals through Ross Cameron, also known as warrior trading. Um, and then I began a paper trading journey for about a year. So start of 2022 until September 2022, and then I decided to open a live account, which I blew up, unfortunately. So number of accounts that I blew in total up to this point are probably 4, but I'll give a bit more context later. So yeah, my first account was around a 1.5k account, which I opened using TradeZero. Um, wasn't wasn't amazing, but before that, my paper trading account, as you can see, I was never really able to find any profit or consistency. I did try to journal every day, but I just couldn't get a hold of how to journal, where did I go wrong, and even though it was paper trading, a lot of times I would get frustrated as well, and then I would think, oh, this is not real money, so let me just gamble it, and then I just became a bag holder. I just kept holding onto the stock, and then I didn't follow any strategy at all. But the initial plan was to sort of trade like Ross Cameron and sort of trade using his strategy. But then again, I was never able to find any success in that. Um, and then even though I did not show any kind of signs of profitability in the simulator, I decided to open the live account, the first live account, in late 2022. Like I said, with TradeZero, and then yeah, I basically blew up in about 3 months, and I think I've got some trade journals here. Just really bad trading overall. I didn't really follow any rules. Um, it was more kind of like instinctual trading. It's not too interesting. I think it was more like 2.5 months where I blew it up. I went down to $300 from a high of 1.5, so that's the amount that I deposited, and then I was like, you know what? Let me just take it, take my $300 before I lose it all. Um, so that's the first account I blew up. Then after studying Ross Cameron, I decided to you know look at other traders and other YouTubers and how they're doing, and then I came across someone called Relentless Trading, um, and I've kind of adopted his style right now. But I've also had a look at the Trading Farmer, uh, Mighty Stocks, Tim Trading, um, and Relentless Trader, like I said. Um, so their strategy compared to Ross is a bit more like a hyper scalping strategy. So they buy and sell within seconds, a lot of times within the same candle, same 1 minute candle, and they just take quick 5 to 10 cent profits every single time. And having seen them for an entire 2 years and seeing them come to where they are now, it's been like a really inspiring journey to watch and witness. And seeing the potential of this hyper scalping strategy has really made me want to learn this. And so I've been kind of studying it. It's kind of been like a more on and off for about a year and a half, something like that. And then, so for my second account, I decided to start trading with Webull, and then I started to dissociate from Warrior Trading's strategy, where I deposited about $500, or I think it was $400, and then from there, my first month, I made about $100. It was small winners, but consistent winners, and my losers were relatively small or the same as my winners. But my win rate was pretty high. And so after that month, I felt overconfident. And then I just blew up the $100 that I made. And then I decided to stop. So in theory, it was a break even account where I made $100 in a month and I lost $100 within the week. Which made me realize, okay, if I go through this path again, I'm going to lose everything again. So let me just take a step back and then see what I can do. So I stopped for about a month, and then I opened another account with Webull again, and then I deposited about $300, and then a similar thing happened. Within the first month, I made about $100 from 300, which is pretty good. 25% return, 33% return, sorry. But then, literally a month after making $100, the next day, I lost. I think it was in 2 days. I lost the $100 again. So, again, I'm like, okay, I've got to leave. I've got to stop. I've got to take it a bit more seriously. And then I took another step back, and then just as I was looking for brokers, I realized that Charles Schwab was a thing, and that they had acquired Thinkorswim. So I was, because I live in the UK, I was waiting for Charles Schwab, for Thinkorswim to be available at Charles Schwab so that I could start trading with free commissions. Even though Webull was free commissions, it was really choppy with the trading. It wasn't as fluent. There wasn't any hotkeys available. So that's one of the things that sort of pushed me away from Webull. If there was hotkeys, then I would love to use it. I still use charting from Webull because I just really like the layout. It doesn't feel as ancient as the as Thinkorswim, and it feels a lot easier to use as well. It's really like the TradingView platform for me, and it's completely free. So why not? I only have to pay for level two data. So yeah, why not? And up to this point, when I started with Thinkorswim, um, because of the free commissions, it was just so much, and the hotkeys. It felt a lot more comfortable to trade without having to worry, oh, the commission's going to eat me away. And in this way, I can also learn how to trade as well. So I can have as many trades as I want, pretty much, without having to worry about fees. And that's where I started in January 2024. So in January 2024, I mainly used one share, and then I found really good consistency throughout January. Ended up netting about $7.44, which is pretty good considering that I'm trading with one share. So this gave me a lot of confidence going into February, and then which went well at the start of February up until Thursday, the 8th of February 2024, where I got really cocky about a trade, and then I decided to go 2 shares into a $40 stock. And I think that was Holo. I'm not sure if it was Holo. Let's just check. It was, yeah, it was Holo. At the open, was looking for the opening surge, ended up losing about $14 in one trade. That's a huge loss for someone using my kind of share size. Um, and yeah, so that trade really threw me off. So then the next day, what tends to happen for most people is um, they go back in the red again. They dig a deeper hole. And, you know, although this really threw me off, the 8th and the ninth, um, I was thinking if I can make 100, if I've shown to make $100 or have a month of consistency, then I can definitely have 2, 3, 4 months of consistency. So those were the main reasons why I kept going. And then as you can see, as you go on, I couldn't really find the stride to ride the wave back into the green. But then on week 3 or 4 of February, I started finding something, and then week 5, started trading more consistently like I usually do. So one of the key lessons from there was, you know, I found a pattern that's making me lose a lot. And so, especially, I've shown that after a month of consistency, there's bound to be somewhat of a big red day. And it's happened 3 times in my, current um, journey. And so, I can really, it's just really good evidence to show me that I need to be careful, especially after that month of consistency. So I ended up sizing back down. I mean, you can't really size back. You can't really size down any more than $1, um, but yeah, I kept on trading anyway. I didn't. Obviously, the 8th and ninth kind of discouraged me, but I kind of just pushed it through. Because I mean, it's not really that much money to lose. $15. It's whatever. But it's just really discouraging. It can be really discouraging because the hard work that you put in for a month, it all gets destroyed in one day, and I give back more. So the P&L for January was 744. The I ended in February with a 9.25 loss, which isn't which is pretty bad, but considering that most of it came from one day, then it's not too inconsistent. And then on March, I also didn't I didn't take too many trades, but I did end up a nice green 731 green on the month, and I'm showing a lot better consistency. My winners aren't huge, but my biggest winner is about 217. My biggest loser being 97 cents. It seems pretty consistent. And then on the month of April, netted around $4.21, and that was literally due to a malfunction. Not a malfunction, just my mistake, where I bought 60 shares. So by April, I've already started to size up with my trades. Instead of 1 share, I'm using 3 shares now, and uh, and yeah, on the 29th, there was one trade where I bought 60 shares instead of 6, which really threw me off. I think where is it? Here. $4.80 in one trade. 60 shares. That was a huge mistake. That was a huge mistake. And I paid for that mistake. I've done that twice already. The first error from my part, obviously, did not go too bad. I actually ended up making like $2 from one trade. But yeah, that was a really unfortunate loss where it kind of snowballed into a bigger loss because I ended up taking even more trades. But all in all, even accounting for that mistake, I'm still green for April, which I'm super grateful for. $4.21. And although I understand the amount may not seem like much right now, you make way more working as a McDonald's employee or whatever. I make way more by just finding coins on the street. But ultimately, the goal is to show consistency, which is something that RT, Reliance Trader, um, Mighty Stocks, the Trading Farmer, and Ross, this is something that they really encourage, which is consistency. And I feel like so far I've shown, to me, the trading that I've been doing, it's been pretty good, pretty consistent. I've been journaling every single day, almost every single day. And I've been recording my own trades live, going over them. But yeah, the month of April, not too bad. I've been showing better consistency, and because I'm sizing up, my winners are now bigger as well. So if it wasn't because of that mistake, I probably would have made around $11 today on the month of April. But another thing that you can also notice that I've been taking more trades. So 410 trades, about 400 trades weekly, compared to trades of 50 trades weekly, as you can see in February. 60 trades weekly, not too many trades. So with more trades now, I'm also showing that even though I'm trading more, I'm also I'm staying about the same. Uh, which shows consistency, right? The more you trade, the more it proves that you're doing something right or wrong. And then for this month, May, yeah, I had a pretty rough start on May, especially on Thursday. I overtraded to shit. Pardon my language. Um, this day should have been like a $2 loss at most. I was making about $1, and then there was there was two garbage stocks, CTMX and EBS, and I think SGBX as well, where they wouldn't. I couldn't get a hold of how they were trading. So then I got really it's somewhere I felt like it was worth trading. So even though I went from high of $1 something to a low of $2, which is generally speaking my max loss. It's like a soft max loss. It's like I just felt like it's something where it can go and I can make it all back. But greed got the best of me, and I ended up over trading, and I lost $1.50 more than I should have. Fortunately, on Friday there was really good momentum. There was a really nice short squeeze, and I think it was SGBX where it went from $3 all the way up to $9. And this month of May, I'm really trying to size up. Um, although it doesn't sound like big size. I'm trying to make my base share to 6 shares now instead of 3. And today, Monday 6th, it's really paid off. My max position size this day was about 18 shares with 9 share blocks. Where I made my biggest trade on SGE, which is a stock that I love trading today. It was it was way better than this NUVO stock, since it was low priced. It was more tightly traded. The range was also a bit lower, but it was much more manageable than NUVO. Unfortunately, I made about 537. I went from a 570 high, I think, to a 537, which I think is my all-time best so far. My previous all-time best was 506 in one day, so it's not bad at all. 86 trades. I really didn't overtrade much today, I don't think, and I was just taking the right setups. I was being patient. I also got really good fields today, which could have played a part in how much I made. But all in all, decent trading today on the Monday, 6th of May. Um, I was trimming my losers where I should have to mitigate losses, and I was adding onto winners, which is the most important part. All in all, it's been a rough journey, and I, f- I feel like I'm turning the corner, but time will only tell. No matter what, I will try my best to stay disciplined, and I will continue watching all the traders that I mentioned. Big shout out to Relentless Trader, Ross Cameron, also known as Warrior Trading, Mighty Stocks, the Trading Farmer, and a couple other people, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Clay Trader as well, big shout out. And I'm not directly connected to any of them, but I just find extreme. Oh, Tim, big shout out to Tim as well. Um, but I'm not connected to them by any means, but I just find their content extremely valuable. I started in 2021, now it's 2024. It's kind of like 3 years, two to 3 years in trading already, and I've seen like no results aside from these last 5 months. So I I feel like I'm kind of seeing some light. Um, but if we go into the detailed, my um my winning percentage is pretty damn low, 46.7% from the start, from the beginning. If we look from April to the month of April, it still remains to be about 45.3%. Although my winning trades are slightly bigger than my average losing trades, it's still like, wow, that's something I've really got to focus on. Even in the month of March, I think it's about the same. It's even better. It was 50-50, where my average winner was about 20% bigger. Um, just a tiny bit bigger, not even 20% actually. Oh, actually, about 25%. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, in terms of the statistics, so the win versus losses, the winning days versus losing days, I win about 70% of my days, which is okay. Um, one thing that I hate about my statistics is the volume that I trade on losing days. On losing days, my average volume is a lot. It's quite a bit higher. Where's my volume is quite a bit higher during losing days, and I don't know why I saw that, but I do remember seeing it. Average daily volume. Yeah, I can't find it, but I do remember seeing it somewhere. And let's have a look on May how I'm currently doing. Again, 46.4%. Winning ratio. It's not great. but at the same time, I am making money. Um, it's not great though. But my average losing trades are now bigger, but my average winning trades are also bigger now. So hence the bigger gains. But it's only been 3 days this month, so it's not 4 days. It's not even been that long yet. So it might be too early to talk. But anyway, anyhow, um, just to conclude, this is just like my trading journal. Um, if you have made it to the end, you know, um, yeah, thank you for watching. And if you do have any questions, or if you do want to join and make a community, just drop a comment down below. And if obviously I'm not the most experienced guy when it comes to trading, but I'm more than happy to share what I know, and just get to know more people who are in the same mindset. Because it's extremely hard to get to know those professional traders, like the ones that I follow, because I've not yet showed big you know decent winners. um so it's a bit hard for me for them to talk to me, because it's a bit like waste of their time, which I completely understand. But yeah, hopefully, my target for like May is to make about, I think if I can make about $20, then that'd be pretty good, so that I can size up for June. And then if I do good in June, if I make about 50, then size up again, make about 100, size up again, 200 a month. I think that would be amazing. Um, Another big shout out to Triad Trading as well. He's also a true inspiration. I've seen him go from uh, literally break even trader to small winner trader, now to making thousands in a day. So that's really crazy to see. But yeah, big thank you to everyone for watching and listening. And yeah, I'll see you guys around on the next update.